What's good, everybody? Jackson's Gambit here. So, I just got finished watching the movie Roman Holiday. This is the second movie that I've seen from Audrey Hepburn, so I was curious to see how she can carry that on from other movies other than Breakfast at Tiffany's. I couldn't help but to see this movie from both sides, because the romantic in me can see how it would be great to run around with someone in Rome and have adventures and not have responsibilities. But the logical side in me is looking at this dude in this movie like, bro, he gave it all up for nothing. But it was romantic.
Did you enjoy that? Did you like what you saw?
That hurt.
In the movie Roman Holiday, we have Princess Anne, who's on a tour around Europe when suddenly she decides, I'm not really feeling this anymore. She throws tantrums, she's hard to deal with, so her doctor comes and gives her a sedative to help her sleep. But then decides to forget all that and escape the embassy she's staying at. Drowsy and wandering through Rome, she runs into Joe, who allows her to stay at his place overnight, but is really annoyed by her presence. And then he switches up, knowing that he could make some big bucks off a story of her. So he decides to make a bet with his boss. If he can get a story of Princess Anne, he can make up to $5,000. But if he's lying and can't get it, he owes his boss $500. And this guy is not swimming in cash. They spend the whole day doing things that she would like to do. And they're both having a great time until they both fall in love with each other. So here's the question. What's more important? Responsibility or love? 9 out of 10. The guy got hoed so badly in this movie. She can go back to her normal life at any time she wants. But she decides to take this carefree day where she can just have no responsibility and just have fun running around in Rome. Meanwhile, the guy's responsibility was to get the story, because this dude racks up a whole bill for this woman the entire time. And then he's stuck with the bill. He's racking up debt, talking about, I'll pay you back here. I'll pay you back here. You couldn't slide me like a couple gold coins? I could use that. She got to ride a motor car. They got into a little bit of trouble. She got to eat at a cafe. She's having a great time. His friend is a photographer. And he was like, yo, get some good pictures of this chick, because we about to make some money, bro. And this dude's like, all right, bet. The entire time they're running around Rome, and his man's is there getting all the angles, getting everything. Meanwhile, this man is starting to, he's starting to catch feelings. And then when time comes, you know, they hug each other and they kiss, and she leaves and he waits in the car for her, thinking that maybe she's going to come back. He's like, I ain't going through with it. His friend's like, you at least want to see the pictures that we're not going to get paid for?
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
The best scene to me in this movie was when they get to the mouth of truth, where you like stick your hand in, and she kind of hesitated and she pulled it away. She's like, okay, well, you do it then. So he sticks his hand in and he pretends to hurt himself. And the way she reacted to that was just really cute, man. The part that breaks me is, so he's not going through with the story. So there's a press junk. All the press comes and meets her, and they can ask any kind of questions that they want. And he's in the front row. She discovers, oh, you're a reporter the whole time, but since you're here, that means you're probably not going to write the story on me. They gave her the pictures, bro. I think it's best you give her those pictures, because I wouldn't want to be reminded of what I could have had. Yeah, that was a great day. I'll remember it in my mind. I don't need to see photos. You can tell she's looking at this dude. Like, they're just staring at each other, and I'm just like, girl, you better get that man. That look they both shared, and his eyes are all welling up like he about to cry. The entire time you can feel the tension in the air. It was a perfect love story from beginning to end, but that made me angry, man. You knew from the jump, this woman is a princess. This ain't gonna work. This ain't some Princess Bride. But I understand though. I mean, come on, man. If you were in this guy's situation, you work in Rome and you run into a beautiful girl and you end up spending the whole day with her and y'all having the best time ever. Y'all get into a fight. She busy knocking people out, defending you. You'd fall in love too. I can't blame the guy. I can't blame the guy. Would I have gone through with the story? Probably. Because if I owe people money, I'm getting this story. You could have at least wrote a good piece. You're not gonna call me on the telephone. I'm not gonna get no postcard from you. Oh, here's a letter from Princess Anne. You ain't getting that.
Don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done.
I understand, but you should have left with something.
I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
And then you waiting around at the end, waiting for her to come back. You the last one leaving. All the other press dudes are left. And you just hanging around, just kind of hoping that she'll come around that corner and be like, I want to be with you. Ain't happening, bro. He gets to the door, and I'm thinking to myself, don't turn around, bro. And he turns around, kind of lingers a little bit, looks around, and then he just kind of casually walks off. That shit broke me, man. Yes, I have socks in my hand. They definitely had great chemistry in this movie. These 90s, 50s movies always have a way of giving these women like that glow. When they're like looking up at the dude, and they just got this like, so they got this glow on them. I don't know what it is, but I see it every single time, and it just like, ooh, it just, you don't get that. She learned a lot being out there with the people. So she understood her job and says, okay, yeah, I understand a little bit more about it than I did earlier. So she grew as a person. I thought Audrey Hepburn did a very good job in her role. She was very charming, and I can see why people were hyping up Audrey Hepburn as much as she was, because that girl was glowing the whole movie. They leaned into that, and for a reason. I know I'm looking at it from a man's perspective, and I was like, damn, this dude got dogged out. Like he literally he gave up everything. He gave up the big story that would have paid him and his boy. This movie made me really angry. What you won't do for love, man. You can now watch Roman Holiday on, okay, there's a lot of them. Roman Holiday is now playing on most popular streaming platforms. Check it out.